this is Victoria, and this is my second week posting to Hot Pieces of Ace. And this is actually my first topic that I will ever be discussing on this channel. So, brace yourselves. I was never a good mime. Anyway, my topic for this week would have to be being asexual in a sexual world. And I thought this would be a great topic to discuss because I noticed that Ninny had posted on Hot Pieces of Ace about this on Monday, and when I was watching her video I realized a lot of our experiences were very different from each other's, so I thought it'd be cool to kind of put my little experience and perspective into the loop. So, to touch base with this, I should probably start off by saying that being an asexual in a sexual world doesn't really affect me too much. The way I kind of see it is, at the end of the day, the last thought on my mind isn't I'm asexual, and when I wake up in the morning, I don't turn my, ADAR on and say, I'm ace, and deck myself out in frosting and purple pants, and I don't know. It's not, the biggest part of my life, so it's not something I specifically focus on most of the time. Also, I think I've been kind of desensitized to the idea of sex because it's always been in my life. I've known from a young age that Mommy and Daddy had sexual intercourse to make me. It's natural. It's on television. You turn on MTV and there's some half-naked chick and some dude saying obscene things about her. It's pretty normal to me. I think a lot of things that also make it seem kind of natural to me is just my sense of humor. For me, I find very crude and vulgar and sometimes sexual things very funny. I think innuendos and pickup lines and awkward I can't even do it. See, that's how asexual I am. No. I just think they're very funny. So, that doesn't really bother me when my friends do awkward sexual things, or fake it, or whatever. And then, I think another thing that kind of makes me a bit desensitized to feeling awkward is the fact that I'm a very curious person by nature. So, when I'm not in a situation that I know well, or better yet, I don't understand something completely, I will do anything to kind of try and learn that perspective and figure out why a person experiences the things that they do. So, I don't really have an issue with watching shows like Skins or Nip Tuck where there's lots of sex, because when a sex scene comes on or something like that, it's kind of just like, oh, okay, so this is what people do. That's cool. And I think the study of sexuality in general is kind of just fascinating, along with a lot of things related to psychology. So I think that's pretty cool. But I can't say that it was always like that. Because to be completely honest with you, before I discovered I was asexual, I was very, I think, sex negative. I thought it was this really disgusting thing. And there used to be times where my friends and I would sit around tables and we would discuss things like, oh, who do we want to date or who do we want to bang? And when it would be my turn, I'd say, I honestly don't get you guys because I don't want to do any of this stuff. And then their response would be something along the lines of, what are you talking about? Of course you do. You're just in denial. You're frigid. You're a prude. And that kind of made me feel really out of place, and I would dread these conversations because I'd never know what to say, or I'd just make something up like, okay, who's aesthetically appealing and, as Lily put it, charming? Strivey. Cinema Bazaar! Yeah, androgynous men, totally sex, woohoo! And then they kind of leave me alone, but it felt really odd. But now that they all know that I'm ace, it's pretty nifty because we'll still sit around and have the same conversations, but when it comes to me, we'll kind of just crack jokes about it. And since I kind of over-bombard them a lot with my aceness, we can make jokes, and it's cute. And I say, if you can't laugh at yourself and things that are different about you, then you're kind of a little bit boring. But that's just me. So, that basically concludes my experience of being an asexual in a sexual world. It's pretty dandy. It's a little bit different, but overall it just doesn't bug me that much. Alright, see you next week. Bye!